Assalamu alaikum and hello to my non-Muslim viewers. I'm a few hours ago. I got a message from Adnan Rashid. He PM'd me on Facebook and telling me not to engage or talk to David Wood and Sam Shamoun. And here's his message he wrote to me. I don't know if you can see that or not. So he wrote me a message, and I'm just gonna read what he told me. He said, "Assalamu alaikum, brother. I hope you are well. I am messaging you to request that you stop engaging with the most immoral and dishonest, money-driven missionaries in the world. They are using you to make money at your expense. None of the Muslim scholars are engaging them because these missionaries are extremely evil and disrespectful towards our beloved prophet. I request that you follow the rest of the Muslim debaters in this and don't engage with them anymore. I hope you will accept my sincere advice. Walaikum assalam." So basically, I think Adnan Rashid watched my discussions with David Wood and Sam Shamoun, and he's telling me not to engage with them. Well, I didn't want to engage with Sam Shamoun, right? Uh, David Wood kind of like he wasn't in his video. Uh, Muhammad Week. He didn't say Sam Shamoun would be on. If I knew Sam Shamoun would have, if I knew Sam Shamoun was on, I wouldn't have agreed to it to begin with. I didn't want to talk to Sam Shamoun, right? I don't think any Muslim wants anything to do with them, and no Muslim debater or apologist wants anything to do with Sam Shamoun. Right? Regardless, even before I had that discussion or dialogue with David Wood and Sam Shamoun, 2 or 3 days ago, I made another video explaining why Sam Shamoun is blacklisted and blocked or avoided, why he's avoided by Muslim apologists and Muslim debaters. It's because he insulted Shabir Ali over and over again. He kept spamming Shabir Ali's Facebook page. Basically, Sam Shamoun is, he's begging Shabir Ali for a debate. He's been spamming him and harassing him. He's been harassing and spamming Shabir Ali's Facebook page. So that's why I made that video a few days before I had that discussion with David and Sam. So I didn't want to talk to Sam Shamoun. I wanted to talk to David Wood, not Sam Shamoun. Sam Shamoun was just randomly put in there without my knowledge. So not that I'm running away from Sam Shamoun or anything, or his arguments are irrefutable. His arguments are terrible. He is when it comes to criticizing Islam, he is literally the worst, right? Even Robert Spencer is better at criticizing Islam than Sam Shamoun is. Like that's how bad his arguments are. But anyways, so no Muslim responded to the Muhammad Week challenge. No Muslim did it. So that's why I wanted to stand up to the challenge and say, yes, we Muslims have good reasons for believing in the prophethood of Muhammad. As for this Sam Shamoun thing, came out of nowhere. I didn't want to engage with him. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk religion with him, right? Talking to Sam Shamoun is like talking to a wall. There's no point, right? You're wasting time and you're wasting your energy shouting back responses at him because I think Sam Shamoun is like. I don't know. I think he's learning disabled or something because every time you refute an argument, he keeps repeating that same old argument back over and over again. No matter how many times you say, "Yeah, Islam teaches the Bible's corrupt," "Yeah, the Quran teaches the Bible's corrupt," he'll keep repeating that same argument over and over again. There is what is the point in arguing with him? There is no point in interacting with him. There's literally no point in interacting with him. So no Muslim scholar or apologist, stood up to the challenge. So what was I supposed to do? Just sit back and just have David Wood have the last laugh? No, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to show the Christians that yeah, we Muslims have good reasons for following the Prophet Muhammad, right? We're not just blindly following him. We're not just blindly following somebody who just claimed to be a prophet. No, we have good reasons for believing in the prophethood of Muhammad, and that's what I presented my case, right? I said, yes, Prophet Muhammad affirmed the belief in one God. Yes, Prophet Muhammad did miracles. Yes, Prophet Muhammad did prophecies. What more do you want out of a prophet, right? Like what more could you possibly want? As for this New Testament stuff, that's a separate debate. Whether Jesus claimed God, whether Jesus claimed divinity, whether he died by crucifixion, whether he was resurrected, and whether the disciples believed it or not. That's a whole other topic. That's a discussion for another day. So, again, I'm not the only Muslim who doesn't want anything to do with Sam Shamoun. Ijaz Ahmad and Shabir Ali have engaged with Sam, and they've regretted it. So then I mean, that's my reason for engaging in uh, engaging with Sam Shamoun and David Wood. I wanted to show that yes, we Muslims, we have good reasons for for believing in the Prophet Muhammad. And Adnan Rashid also said some other interesting things. He said David Wood and Sam Shamoun don't deserve our respect or our time. And he said that David Wood and Sam Shamoun have been asking or engaging, has been asking Rashid, have been asking Adnan Rashid to engage with them, and he's repeatedly refused. He's refused repeatedly. So, so so every Muslim apologist and every Muslim debater has basically blacklisted or boycotted Sam Shamoun and David Wood. Everybody, even Adnan Rashid personally told me this, right? And the Muslims who have engaged with Sam Shamoun, like Shabir Ali and Ijaz Ahmad, have regretted have regretted it. So every Muslim is like running away and boycotting David Wood and Sam Shamoun, not because they have good arguments against Islam. They have terrible arguments against Islam. It's because of their behavior, their rhetoric, and their vile hatred for the Prophet Muhammad, and their vile hatred for the Prophet Muhammad. And Adnan Rashid also said they're extremely immoral and vile, which I agree with. And so then Adnan asked if I'm going to engage with David Wood again. David Wood, I might have a discussion about Christianity, the crucifixion and resurrection. I'll be willing to talk to him again, but I won't talk to Sam Shamoun again. He's like a hyperactive child with no manners. So there's literally no point in interacting with him. I remember George Sayag offered me $1,000 to debate Sam Shamoun live. I said, even if you give me $10,000, right, I still won't debate him. Even if you give me $1 million, I won't debate him in real life. Like, there is literally no point in interacting with him. If George Sayag offered me $2 million, I still won't debate Sam Shamoun in real life. There's literally no point in doing that. It's a waste. It's literally a waste of my time. And then he said something a little bit more interesting. He said that they're making money, they're using me to make money, with those debates. He said they're using you to make money at your expense. So I asked. So that's something I didn't really. That's something that's new to me. So I asked, how are they making money off me? They said that he said, Adnan Rashid said, they wanted to be seen debating Muslims, and their gullible audience donates to them to continue debating. If you do not engage, you hurt their pocket. They receive more support when they find Muslims to engage them. This is why they're calling out to Muslims, not because they're sincere, because they need Muslims to bring more funds from Christians. So it's a whole. So I think that kind of makes that never occurred to me. So I think that makes kind of sense. So this whole thing's just a money making scheme. So any Muslim apologist that's watching, any Muslim debater that's watching, it's highly recommended, not only from me, but from people like Adnan Rashid, Ijaz Ahmad, and Shabir Ali, respected Muslim apologists and debaters. And not only that, but people like Bassam Zawadi and even Nader Ahmad, even though Nader Ahmad has engaged with Sam Shamoun in a few years ago, 10 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that. Nader Ahmed had a debate with Sam Shamoun. So no Muslim is running away from his arguments or no Muslims are running away from his arguments. They think he has terrible arguments. It's just his behavior and his debate tactics and and the fact that he gets over emotional when he when he defends his religion is the reason why no Muslim wants anything to do with him. And the fact that he keeps bringing up refuted points, already refuted arguments, shows that he's literally a waste of time, Sam Shamoun. So there's like no point in interacting with him. So I'm going to take Adnan Rashid's advice. I'm not going to engage with David Wood and Sam Shamoun anymore. If David Wood wants to have a discussion or debate with me on the crucifixion and resurrection, that's the only one I'll do. I won't do any more Islamic topics. I'll do crucifixion and resurrection with him, but not right now. So if you're a Muslim apologist watching this and you want to engage, you want to talk to David Wood and Sam Shamoun about Islam and the prophethood of Muhammad, don't. It's a trap, and they're using you to make money. They're using you to get funds from Christians. So just don't fall for their silly antics and their silly lures and their silly traps. So this is just my 2 cents, and this is just my response to Adnan Rashid, who sent me that message a few hours ago. Stay tuned. A lot more videos are coming up ahead. Thanks. So long.